Hello lovely bookworms and welcome to the 2022 DessertAthon announcement. Hello lovely bookworms, I'm Esmay from Paradise of Pages on Instagram and also on Twitter, and welcome to the 2022 DessertAthon announcement. As I have already just said in the introduction, and yes, I'm pronouncing this correctly, it is the DessertAthon instead of DesertAthon. This started as a little bit of an inside joke because when I first hosted DessertAthon it was quite difficult to pronounce, and so a lot of people would say DessertAthon. And it became this running joke of what if we do a readathon that's all about desserts instead of deserts, and we've done it. Me and 5 other hosts will be hosting DessertAthon in the month of June. It's gonna be from June 1st up until June 30th, so the entire month of June, and we will be reading everything sort of concerning desserts. I am also very prone on doing a little bit of a cooking live show, but we'll see if that actually happens. We'll see. As I said, we have 6 hosts in total, me being one of them, and I thought we could start with that before I go into what the readathon is about, the point system, all of that stuff. So let's start with the hosts, and we have 6 in total. I'm gonna start with my own team first because I can, and that is Dessert Gins. For me, you actually have to read dark books, so dark fantasy, horror, thriller, those kinds of murder mysteries, those kinds of books. I am also counting all desert vibe books. I think those are all dark books. I'm stretching it. I really don't care. Honestly, this readathon is all about having fun, eating lots of desserts, and I'm just really excited for it. So that's the first team. Then we have Red Velvet Royals, hosted by none other than the lovely Ashley. This is all about retellings and myths. I am so excited to be hosting another readathon with Ashley, and yeah, that is our Red Velvet Royal leader. Number 2 is Spicy Shortcakes, which is hosted by Mariana, or led by Mariana. This is all about spicy romance. We actually, if you've been following along with Greek Godathon, I think it was, during one of the live shows, we had a little bit of a different name, but that would have gotten us demonetized and, you know, would have been problematic, so we went for Spicy Shortcakes. Then we have Cozy Cookies, hosted by the lovely Jane, and this is all about contemporary, cute, fun, like these sweet little books and just romance mostly, and cozy reads, all that kind of stuff. Then we have Pastry Pirates, hosted by Megan. This is all about adventure stories and just pirate stories, travel kind of stories, and that's Megan. And last but certainly not least, we have Celestial Cupcakes, hosted by Eric. This is all about dystopian and sci-fi, so if you're on the complete other end of the spectrum with your reading, there's something in here for all of you, and that is our final host. I am so excited. I feel like we have such a wide range of genres that you can pick whatever it is you want, and I am just beyond excited to get into this in the month of June. We'll be hosting live shows. There is going to be a Twitter, but it is still under construction, so once it's actually there we will announce everything on our own Twitters and also on Discord, which I will link down below. There's also a sign up where you can sign up and please join the Dessert Gins. And there's also a link down below for the drive where you can find all of the graphics, so if you want also all of the extra information, so if you need a little bit of a visual idea of what is happening in that month, you can also find that there. I have also very purposely dressed pink. I am not a pink person, but I've tried. So basically every single team, as I've mentioned, has their own genre, has their own sort of theme, and we will be making desserts. So the entire idea is that you read books to create or bake desserts. I want to keep saying dessert, but it's desserts. And we have this entire list of ingredients that you can make or use, and in order to get these ingredients you will have to read books. You are not allowed to double up books. So for example, you have to, I'll go over all of the recipes, but say for example a recipe asks for sugar and butter. You cannot use one book for both sugar and butter. What you can do, however, is read one book for one ingredient. So say you read, I have the Wrath and the Dawn here. So say you read the Wrath and the Dawn for butter, for whatever reason. That means that you have butter ticked off. So no matter where you use butter in an ingredient, you don't have to read another book for that ingredient. So it's kind of like doubling up, but not really. So you're not reading a book for multiple ingredients, but you can read one book for one ingredient and use that ingredient in every single recipe. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over all 6 of the recipes that you can bake or that you can make, and I will let you know which ingredients you need for those. There's beautiful graphics made by Megan. Thank you so much, Megan, for creating this. It's beautiful. I think it came out exactly as we wanted. And basically every single host, so every single team has one recipe that they basically want to complete most and then move on to the other recipes. I'm gonna quickly now show you the amount of, it's a lot of prompts, but the amount of ingredients that we have created. So we actually have 2 physical, and yes, if you're wondering, my fingers are pink. It's from the eyeshadow. So we have 2 graphics that will show you which prompts or which type of books you will have to read for the ingredients. So there's this one, and then there's also this one. So these 2 have all of the prompts that you need to fulfill those ingredients. With these ingredients, you will then be able to make 6 recipes and make sure that every single team has one sort of priority recipe to bake. And after that you can always continue on with the other recipes. The reason why one of the recipes is more important is because it will gain you a lot more points than the other ones, but that will all be explained in the point system. I'm not going to confuse you just yet. So I actually have my phone here because it makes it a bit more easy for myself to show you the graphics so that I can actually look at, you know, what's in them, because I don't know all of them from the top of my head. And once again, let's start with my own one. So for my team, we will be making baklava. I wish this was an easier recipe in the sense that I want to kind of do this in a vlog, but I'm not sure if I'll be able to pull it off. But the recipe that we have on the screen is a lot easier because it has 6 ingredients, as you can see. So for this we will need cinnamon, phyllo dough, butter, sugar, nuts, and vanilla. So all 6 of these are different books that you will have to read in order to get this recipe completed. Of course, my main goal of this readathon is to complete my own recipe, and then if I read more, that's always good. So that's basically what I want to do. Alright, let's then go to the other ones. So for celestial cupcakes, you will have to, of course, bake a cupcake. And for that, you need cocoa powder, flour, salt, milk, eggs, vanilla, and sugar. Moving on to the cozy cookies, we will, of course, have you bake chocolate chip cookies. So for that, you would need butter, sugar, vanilla, eggs, flour, salt, and chocolate chips. Then for Pastry Pirates, you're gonna have to bake apple turnover. For that, you need puff pastry, flour, apples, brown sugar, cinnamon, salt, and an egg. Then we have, of course, for Red Velvet Royals, a red velvet cake, and for that you would need red food coloring, buttermilk, vinegar, vanilla, flour, and eggs. And then last but certainly not least, we have the strawberry shortcakes for spicy shortcakes, and that will need flour, eggs, sugar, whipped cream, and strawberries. So those are the recipes that you can create. These are important, and this is also important for the point system, which is what I will go into now. So every single book you read within your own genre, so say for example you read a dark fantasy book, will get you 2 points. You don't have to read this book for a specific team, but it always helps you out, of course. Then whenever you finish an ingredient, that will get you 5 points. So if you finish an ingredient prompt, you will get 5 points for that book. If it's also a book within your genre, that means it's 7 points. These are stacked. Then if you bake a recipe, that gets you 50 points. This is for a recipe that is not your own team. If you finish your own recipe, so say for example I would finish the baklava one, that will get you 80 points. I've put up it's already there, you've already seen it, but this is basically the basic point system. The baking a recipe ones are not stacked, so it's either 50 or 80 points, but you will be able to stack the ingredient with the own genre prompt. This is, I think, the bare bones, the basics. I hope this makes sense. I am very excited to start reading and doing reading sprints and just getting into DessertAthon. It's very funny because for me it's DessertAthon and then immediately DessertAthon, so bear with me in pronunciation because I think I will mess up a lot, but that is okay. I am so excited for you guys to see this as well. Some of the announcements have already been up, so I will of course link down below all of my co-hosts. I will also link down below the Discord that you can join. I will link down below the sign-up sheet, and I will also link down below the drive where you can find all of these graphics and start figuring out what you want to do for your TBR. I will be making a TBR at the end of May, somewhere beginning of June. I'm actually very busy in May, so hopefully I'll be able to do some of that. But if you have questions, don't hesitate to hit me up or one of my co-hosts on the Discord, on our Twitter, all that kind of stuff. The Twitter is coming, but we've had some technical difficulties, which is fine. And I hope that you're all doing well. I hope you're as excited as I am. If you've watched up until the end of this video, please put a, what are we gonna do? I don't think there's a baklava emoji, is there? All right, let's put a cake emoji down below then. And I hope that you're all good. I want to thank you all so much for watching. Please subscribe to our channel and press that little bell icon so you get post notifications every single time that we post. And I hope to see you all in the next one. Bye!